Once again, I welcome you to my class. Today, we shall deal about auxiliary verbs. This is the part 1. After that, we shall go for the usage of the helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. In English, verbs are classified into two. That is, number 1, lexical verbs. Lexical verbs, or it is called ordinary verbs. Ordinary verbs. These verbs are independent and they do have an independent meaning. They play important role. Sometimes it is also called as main verb. And the main verbs has 3 forms. That is verb 1, verb 2 and verb 3. It also has ing form of the verb. Ing form of the verb. For example, if I say take, this is verb 1, past tense of that, took, past participle of that, taken, and ing form of the verb taking. Taken, taking. You see this? This is verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 4. The basic form of the verb, it is in present, past participle and present participle or ing form of the verb. Because we are dealing auxiliary verbs or helping verbs, there are 2 types. One is primary verbs. That is to be, to do and to have. Another one, we do have 13 verbs that are called modals. That is may, might, can, could, will, would, shall, should. We do have must, dare, need, used to and ought to. Total 13 auxiliary verbs. Modal verbs, sorry. There are total 13 modal verbs. What are they? If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. What are they? May, might, can, could. We do have will, would, shall, should. We do have must, dare, need, used to and ought to. Now the question arises, what are auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs are used to talk about the tense, mood, voice and required expressions. It is used in tense to talk about the mood, in voice and in required expressions. It helps the main verb. The role of the auxiliary verb is to help the main verb. You see this example. I am going. Am is the helping verb. It helps going. He has eaten. He has is the helping verb. Another example. They are not help. Here are is the auxiliary or helping verb. Another example. I do not. I do not know this. Do is the helping verb. Another example, I can solve this problem. Can is the helping verb. what you have to note, there is a twist. Sometimes auxiliary verbs can be used as main verbs. For example, am, is, are, has, have. Sometimes it can be used as main verbs. That's the twist. So, be forms of verbs, have and do forms of verb, need and dare. These verbs can be used as main verbs. I repeat once again, be forms of verbs, that is am, is, are, was, were. Do, does, did at the same time, has, have, had, then, dare and need. Though they are auxiliary verbs, they can be used as main verbs or lexical verbs. You see this example. I am a boy. Here am acts as main verb. Another example, they are students. Here are acts as main verb. I have a car. Have is a main verb. She was a nurse. Was is the main verb. Though it is auxiliary, it acts as main verb. He is doing the work. Here, doing is though it is auxiliary, it acts as main verb. What do you have? Have is the main verb. Next, he needs my help. Needs is the main verb. So what you have observed, though it is auxiliary, sometimes it can be used as main verbs. Right now, auxiliary verbs can be divided into two. One is primary, and another is modals. I have already referred 13 modals before. Now, primary, we do have verb to be, verb to have, and verb to do. To be, what are they? Be, am, is, are, was, were, being, and being. What are they? Be, am, is, are, was, were, being, and being. Next, verb to have. We do have has, have, had, and having. Do, does, did. So I told you these are primary auxiliaries, these are modals. I told you in this what you call may, might, will, would, shall, should, can, could, ought to, used to, dare, need, and must. 13 verbs I have already referred before. Right now, modal auxiliaries, they don't have, or sorry, they cannot be used as main verbs. Modal auxiliaries cannot be used as main verbs. Number one, you see this. I can help you. Another example, he will go. And Ram may come today. We do have main verbs. We do have in the first sentence here, in the second sentence go, and in the third sentence we do have come. So what we have noted, that it cannot be used as main verbs. It can be only used as helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. Another point is, it doesn't the three what you call forms, the verb forms, mean it cannot be changed. For example, it can the what you call the main verb like go, it is in the present tense verb 1. It can be changed into past, that is went, and in the past participle gone. The helping verbs cannot be changed like that. Mind you, modal auxiliaries doesn't have verb forms. And the third point is with the first person, second person or third person. Whether it is used with the first person, second person or third person, the verb form never changes. The verb form never changes. Right on. What you have to note: ought and used. These modal auxiliaries, they take two, whereas another modal auxiliaries, they don't take two. For example, you see here, I can go, he will come, and he another one, he might be true. You cannot say I can to go, because it doesn't take two. And to make the negative, not is added after the modal auxiliary. What it will be? I cannot go. For this, he will not come. For this, it might not be true. It might not be true. To make it negative, what you have to do? You have to place not after the modal auxiliaries. And to make the interrogative or to make the what you call question sentences or interrogative sentences, you have to get this in the front of the subject to make interrogative sentence. So what it will be? Can I go? Can I go? And for this, I can go. To make it negative, can I go? He will come. To make it interrogative, will he come? What we are doing? We are placing the modal auxiliaries before the subject to make it interrogative sentence. Right now, there are some modal auxiliaries like need, dare and used to. These three are different from its group. Mind you, need, dare, used to. These three modal auxiliary verbs are different from their groups. It can be used as main verbs. It can be used as main verbs, so they are called as semi-modal auxiliaries. Sometimes they are called as semi-modal auxiliaries, or it is called as marginal modal auxiliaries. Using this example, I don't dare to go there. Here it is used as main verb. Another example, he needs my help. Needs, here it is used as main verb. Right. We are discussing about the semi-modal auxiliaries. We are discussing dare, need and used to. This used to is somewhat peculiar. In what way it is peculiar? For example, negative of dare is dare not. So in the same way, for used to, the negative must be used not to. But it is not like that. It is not like that. What is the negative of this? Did not, used to. Did not, used to, or did not, use to. And what must be the, actually according to the rule, what must be the interrogative? Used I not to. Used I not to. The negative, used not to, and the interrogative, used I not to, but it is not like that. I told you the negative for this is did not use to or did not use to, used to, used to. And what will be the interrogative sentences? Did I used to, did I used to, or did I use to? So this is the peculiarity of used to, right? So what we have learned that there, need, and used to, these verbs are different from their group, and there is variation in the nature. So I have taught here about the auxiliary verbs. In the next session we shall discuss about auxiliary modal, auxiliaries, can and could. Okay, until then, goodbye, and watch up to last and try to learn. Thank you. We shall meet in the next session.